I'll see if I can get through this without crying. I've been looking at old pictures, and I ran across this magazine article, God's Ways, a dying woman's prayer. Bring a beloved dog and a woman in need together. I wrote this myself several years ago about how we found Binkie. Oh dear, now I'm starting to cry. My husband Larry's cancer had returned. My mom's Alzheimer's had taken a deadly turn. And tragically, my little Scottish Terrier pup drowned in our koi pond, all within a 2-month period of time. I wrote about that recently. Depressed near despondency, others urged I find another puppy, knowing I needed a happier focus. I'm an animal lover and having a small dog to focus on had been such a great comfort for me, as well as a diversion to my physical pain from Crohn's disease. So much that my pain clinic doctor wrote a prescription for a service animal. Only a very special dog could. Oops. Hold on. One Sabbath afternoon, my husband and I took a longtime friend, Carol, out for a Sabbath afternoon ride. It was one of those Oregon cold and rainy days. The Tulip Festival was taking place then, but we decided at the last minute to go to Multnomah Falls. I don't know why we changed our mind, because the Tulip Festival is wonderful. But we ended up at Multnomah Falls. Carol and I sat basking in the momentary spot of sunshine when a woman walked past us with this darling, bouncy, happy little puppy. I stopped her and asked if I might pet her little dog. She was just so cute. We began chatting, and out of the blue I asked her if she was interested in giving Binkie away. Shocked, she stammered, yes. We're actually going to take on our way to take Binkie back to her breeder. You see, Mom died 5 weeks ago, and Dad can't keep her, as he's a traveling missionary dentist, Dr. Ted Flays. We live in Hermiston, and we're on our way up to, they have this wrong, they were up to Maple something. Really? You're looking for a dog? I leaned over to Carol and said, ever since Mort Joubert died, Lorraine has been missing him and her little dog. She'd love a visit with a dog like this. I was a registered pet therapist for 6 years with a black lab named Satin. The lady, Claudia Flays, said, Mort Joubert? That name sounds familiar. Now, mind you, Claudia and her husband and Binkie lived in Hermiston, which was several hundred miles east of Multnomah Falls. They just happened to stop at Multnomah Falls for a potty break to take Binkie. I know, to meet me. Oh dear, Mort Joubert? That name sounds familiar. Oh, he's our church magazine editor. He passed away recently, I said. Oh my, she said. Are you folks Adventist? From there, the rest is history. We compared notes, and amazingly, her husband, an ear, nose, and throat doctor, is also good friends with my husband's ear, nose, and throat up at OHSU. We had so much in common. One of Claudia's good friends is even a member of my home church. Soon it became very clear to everyone involved that Binkie was meant for me. I could carry out her mother's wishes to find a home where Binkie would be loved and spoiled for the rest of her life. Binkie was 4 years old. Never in a million years could we have guessed that at the end of the rainy spring Sabbath, we'd be taking home a darling, bouncy little Shih Tzu to be an answer to a stranger's prayer who had passed away weeks earlier. Sometimes someone I've never known and I won't meet until Jesus returns. It's amazing. It's been a year since Binkie joined our family. She hasn't left our side. And when Larry's cancer returned again, he had to have surgery and a 21-day hospital stay. Binkie cuddled up next to him, keeping him watch and comforting him while he struggled with the pain. It was the worst surgery Larry's ever had. It was a draconian surgery. It was a left radial V-flap. He struggled with having surgery coming back too many times. And Binkie wore a pink striped outfit, little dress, looking more like a candy striper. I don't know if that says stripper. Claudia and I keep in touch, always sharing how amazing God is and how utterly awesome it was that we met that Sabbath afternoon at Multnomah Falls. Coincidence? Not hardly. Does God really care about a dying woman's wishes for her little dog? If you doubt God cares even about a little dog's happiness, perhaps you should ask Binkie. Ask her what she thinks. She's now my registered service dog and goes everywhere. So far, she's been on 8 flights, acting as if something that she'd always done. She was a perfect traveler. Anyway, Binkie's been gone for several months. Her life, she lived a wonderful life. But the woman who died, Phyllis Flays, they got her Binkie to help her struggle with her cancer. She didn't want to die. She didn't want to lose Binkie. She was so concerned. And I know when we get to heaven, Binkie will be her doggy. Maybe we'll share him. Anyway, that's my story on my way home. God bless you.